a second. Hopefully you all can hear me. How does the audio sound?
Welcome to RTA Motorsports.
Hello everyone and welcome. Crash here, this is RTA Motorsports. Hopefully you all can hear me pretty well. I might have to boost the audio a little bit. But this giant thing here is what we're unboxing today. As usual, we're trying to make everything more immersive. We're trying to try different things, change different things. We've been using VR for a long time. We're still always going to use VR. Well, not always, but we are still going to use VR regularly. But we're also going to do some monitor racing, and the one thing that intrigued me since its release was this monitor here. If you're a part of our channel and you are subscribed, you may have seen on our community tab that we had a picture up of this monitor already in front of our rig. The issue was, that's it right there. This box right here is that monitor from the picture. We purchased that monitor pre-owned from eBay, and unfortunately it was broken. I noticed it was broken right out of the box. So we're dealing with that as far as getting that returned. But seeing what I see online and whatnot, talking to quite a few people, I think it was a better direction for us to just buy it new because it's such an awkward shape, very large monitor. I don't want to go through possibly waiting for one to get shipped to us and then it's broken as well as far as another pre-owned. Although there are some deals out there to be had. I think as far as warranty, you know, in case there's dead pixels, anything like that, it's at this price range a lot better for us to just buy one new. So that way we have that warranty, we have that ability to contact the company in case of anything. So that's what we did, and that's what we're going to be doing today. Happy New Year's to everyone. This is 2019. We're changing things up. We're going to be completely reworking everything here at RTA Motorsports. So we're going to wait for a few more people to come in. Hopefully you all can hear me well. Definitely let me know in the comments if you can hear me. I see a few more people starting to jump in. Thank you very much and welcome. And we got a few different views here going on. We got one camera here, so that way you can see what's in the box a little bit more clearly. And we got the one far away. It's a little bit a little bit hard to like focus on that webcam because it's so darn far away. But stream seems to be working pretty good. I'm kind of monitoring it here, although we're gonna have to move this eventually. Let's make sure it's looking good there. All right, so I think we're going to start diving into it. If you guys have any questions as to our mindset, anything about the channel, anything about the monitor itself, why I chose this particular monitor, let me know. Ask me. This is going to be kind of it's live, obviously, but, you know, kind of open talk session. Of course, we still use VR. If you have any Windows mixed reality questions, let me know, and I'll do my best to answer that too. Kind of open floor here. All right. Joe Church says he was more awestruck when he got that monitor than when he jumped into VR. Interesting. So we haven't been able to use a monitor yet because my previous one, the one that's here in this box, was broken. So I didn't get a chance to even use it, unfortunately. So I'm very interested to see how I feel once we jump into it. I don't know if it's going to hit me as hard as VR did, but hopefully, let's see. Sky Juice, how you doing, buddy? You gonna bounce? You'll watch this on the flip. All right, awesome. Oh my gosh, 3:11 in the morning. Hey man, thank you so much for stopping in. You know I always appreciate you. All right, so let's jump in here. We got our trusty little dragon knife. I'm like, see, the used one was easy because it was used. You just open up the box in the end, slide it out. This one, I'm like afraid because I already had one that was broken. You can see the box is so big. Look at this. I'm nervous to open it. I don't want to drop nothing. I don't want anything to happen. I'm actually a little bit scared to open it. And this box is heavy. Let's see if it says the weight on it. Some quick specs. Obviously, the Samsung CHG90, the 49-inch, the bigger one. Super ultra wide, 32:9 aspect ratio. Let's see, it doesn't say the weight there. Let's see, I'm looking for the weight of it. I know like the monitor itself, when you put it together, it's like 35 pounds or 32 pounds, something crazy like that. It's really, really beefy. But unfortunately, being that it's a monitor and it's really long and really wide, really heavy, there's certain ways you have to deal with it. You can't put it face down. You have to put it on its back with the curves up, and you got to be really careful with it as you're doing anything because the monitor could flex and crack the screen. And unfortunately, that's how a lot of them are breaking. Either through shipping because they don't have the original packaging. So if you do buy one of these, for future sales and whatnot, you're going to want to keep the box, keep the packaging. A lot of people get rid of that, especially for weird things like this, weird shapes. You need that packaging to make sure it's safe if you're selling it, so you don't get any, returns. So I'm going to make sure we're going to try to keep this packaging safe somewhere. In case in the future there's something else, we need to return it. It's a 144 hertz monitor on Samsung website. They say dropped a bunch of drumsticks. They say the best that they were able to test was a 1 millisecond response time. Haven't really heard too much conflicting information otherwise. We'll do our best to test that, except I don't really have professional equipment to test that when it comes time to. But really thick box. So it's actually, it shows you an image here. It's kind of, everything's a little bit backwards. But it shows you how to mount it and how to actually take it out of the box. So it's actually saying to open up everything as far as the mounting hardware. Screw the actual stand, the stand that we have here. Once I take this off, it's saying to screw the stand to the back of the monitor before you take the monitor out. So basically the monitor is sitting in a case, a case of styrofoam. That's probably the safest place for it at the moment. Mount the stand to it and then lift it out, which is smart. Let's see over here. Just giving you a brief run through the menus. Power off, game settings, hotkey. All right. This thing is absolutely, I hope you guys, I couldn't even get like it in this room where my rig wasn't in the way because the box is just so ginormous. All right, so right here we have, I'm sure this is probably going to be, oh, the accessory trim kit. Let's see what this is. All right, so we have the C969. This is a wall mount bracket. Comes with it. So if you want to wall mount this thing, definitely use a stud. This monitor, I'm not kidding with you, is very heavy. And you don't want to risk dropping it because it'll probably break immediately. But this is the wall mount bracket for it. You can see the Visa pattern on it on the back. And yeah, so this would go in the monitor itself. And then this would screw to your wall. Definitely try to hit a stud if you do use this. Now again, this is not to replace VR. This is just to kind of mix things up. I have a lot of friends that come over that can't use VR. They get motion sick from it. Also, for live streams, you guys kind of reached out on the poll that we released in our community tab. If you haven't subscribed, check out our community tab, that you want to see both VR and non-VR live streams. And this is another aspect of what I want to try to review for people that just can't do VR because they get motion sick really easily. I want to see how immersive this could be. I heard mixed reviews from one extreme to the other, so that's why we're doing this. Don't think VR is going away. So it looks like also in this accessory box, oh, we got a few more. Crash, Happy New Year. Metalition VR85. Check out his channel, another sim racer and YouTuber. Nice new monitor, awesome electronic drum kit as well. Trust me, I wish I had my acoustic drum kit. I got my acoustic drum kit with my parents across country. Just don't have room for it. So, of course, we have this Asus DM10 here. But yeah, man, thank you. Carlos, how you doing, buddy? I did see your message on Instagram. If you didn't see that, Zen, is that the Samsung Ultrawide 49? It's actually super ultra wide, 32:9 aspect ratio. So really neat in the accessory box. I don't know if you could see on this camera here that we're pointing to. It actually comes with Samsung DisplayPort cables. I mean, you're paying this kind of price. I would imagine it should come with that. But you got the DisplayPort cables. You got an HDMI cable. You also have the USB 3.0 header plug to plug into your computer, because it has some USB ports on it, which should be for a gaming monitor. We'll go into more on that in a moment. And a mini DisplayPort cable. So you got two different DisplayPort cables and an HDMI. Really nice, actually. Yeah, an HDMI and the USB 3.0 header. And of course the power plug. Okay, so we got everything we need and more to get it connected. Of course, this is the wall mount. So any games support that resolution? Actually, a lot are starting to support it. Of course, we sim race here, so we're going to test that. We're going to test whether or not we're seeing stretching on the side of the screen versus native support. A lot of people use it in iRacing without any issue. That's going to be our main focus. We want to make sure that our sim racing titles mainly are supporting it. First-person shooters and whatnot, I want to see if PUBG maybe has fixed it, because older videos, when it first came out, it was cropping. So, you know, we'll go through the test for the full review, but as far as I know, a lot of sim racing titles are supporting it, and that's our main reason for getting it. Carlos, honestly, I have no idea, man. I have no idea what everything is kind of costing. You would have to, I mean, I have the Prosimu 3 Degrees of Freedom. So what he's asking, he asked me on Instagram, how much does everything here cost? So we have the Prosimu 3 Degrees of Freedom motion rig, and pretty much the Fanatec Club Sport line of products. You're going to have to like add it to cart and kind of see. I bought everything individually over the years. We started off with, what type of rig was that? We started off with a very simple rig in the past with a Thrustmaster T1000 240 degree wheel, and we've been changing things over the years. So we got looks like a trim ring on the back, because there's an LED light on the back, which probably won't shine on the wall or anything like that. But there is a trim ring in the back. This is also going to cover the mount for mounting the stand on the back of it. So this will cover that. And I'm not sure what this is. To my guess is probably a wire management clip. But we'll see what that is once we get there. I'm going to put that... Geez, we're going to stick that here. I'm going to unbox things and kind of stick it back into this styrofoam as we take it out. All right, so these... this is the legs. Oh my gosh. So these are the legs. And you can see, just compared to my size, I'm a 6 foot, 200 and probably, 30-pound male. So I'm not a small guy. You can see how big, this is just the legs. Right here. It's absolutely ginormous. This is the back of the monitor itself. This is the wire cover. Oh yeah, the playseat lawn chair. Oh, you're an OG. You're from the beginning. Yep, it was a playseat challenge. The Alcantara fold-out chair. That's what we started off with. I actually really love that chair. I suggest it to a lot of people that have size, like room issues, like they can't have a rig just stay out all the time. They got to be able to put it away. That's a perfect chair to start off with. Carlos, you're starting that slippery slope. So, so right here, you can see, of course, that's the back of the monitor. This is going to cover up all the wires. And then right here, we have, again, the instruction manual on how to set it up. Looks like it's just pictures. And it also goes through where the headphone stand is, which is on the back of the monitor. We'll go over that in the review, and also how to set it up and take it out of the box. So they're very adamantly telling you how to set it up and take it out of the box because of its awkward shape to not break the screen. Very important, very, very important. So they have it here on the side of the box, and they have it here right at the top. And this is the main monitor stand. Right here. This thing is gorgeous. It's already got the screws sitting in it, waiting to go. They have it taped in, so that way you can just take the tape off once you sit it in there and screw it right in. On the back here, we have the headphone stand. I gotta figure out how to open the darn thing up. I thought it was push it down. Well, oh yeah, you pull down and out. And unfortunately, this monitor is just so big, I don't know if we're actually going to be able to use that. And it's on the back. But that is the... So you kind of pull down like that. And it's on the back of it, but that's pretty cool. You take the back off like that, and you can access the wire management. But of course, we'll go over this more as the review comes in. Or as we do it. Whew! Alright, so let's take this styrofoam out. We'll sit it on the side. Oh man. And right here, oh man, I have like no room. This stuff is so big. Here is the behemoth, the monitor itself. Hopefully you guys can see it off this camera here, just how big this darn thing is. And it almost takes up the entire box from side to side. I don't want to risk tilting this up or anything like that and dropping the monitor out. Kind of smells like glue. Once I took that top styrofoam off, it's a really strong, almost like acetone or glue smell. And there's a ton of gel silica packets here. They are trying to protect this monitor at all costs. and we're gonna get it together. I accidentally left my screwdriver all the way over there, so I got to figure out how the heck to get to it. Oh, there we go. And I need something to drink. This is... What's my dream car street legal? Huh. Stubby, hey, how you doing? Happy New Year's. The Mixer 99? Yep, finally got me. So, my favorite dream car. As a child, I would say a Lamborghini Diablo, because growing up, that was the car. I seen them in person recently, actually, for my first time. And they're a lot smaller than I thought, but I still love them from the nostalgia. It's weird because I've owned the CTSV, which was like one of my more achievable dream cars. Now I have a ZL1. But dream car. Street legal. That's the hard part right there. Huh. There's just so many nice cars though. That's the thing. Okay. So let me go through. There's two cars that are in my mind that I'm kind of stuck on. And one, like, ultimate dream cars. Like, I don't ever think I could ever afford one. But you have the McLaren Senna, because it's just crazy. It's a very polarizing look, and a lot of people don't like it. But, Carlos asks, I have a ZL1, what color is it? It's dark gray. But yeah, so dream car, either the McLaren Senna, which is because it's just bonkers, absolutely bonkers. Like, just the car itself is crazy. There's nothing quite like it out there. And then you have, This monitor is just messing with my mind. I'm drawing up mind blanks right now as to the name of it. Motor Trend does a bit on this guy, the guy that owns it. I'll think of it. I'll think of it. I'm going to take this tape off, and we're going to mount this to the back. We're following the instructions on how to do it. Oh, this is killing me. I cannot remember what that car make is called. They have a hybrid right now. Well, they have a few. Well, I think this is actually the first hybrid. But also, the car itself has, it's direct drive. There's no transmission. Someone can help me out here. Very small manufacturer. They recently did a bit with Jay Leno's Garage. All right, so when you get this in the back, there's actually a little lip right here. I don't know if this is showing up on this camera, if it's too small. But basically, let me... Right there, you can see the top of this has to fit inside of a pocket here. So Carlos, actually, I did a video when I first bought my ZL1. You can see it's on the channel. Kind of like a review. Full walk around and driving thoughts on the car. You can check that out. And back out some of these screws here. There we go. Koenigsegg, there you go. Yes. Thank you so much. I would pretty much take almost any car from the manufacturer. That boutique brand is just, the engineering that they do on their cars are absolutely astonishing. My dream car used to be a Pagani Huayra, and it still kind of is, but like ultimate dream car, it would be one of those. Probably leaning a little bit more towards the McLaren Senna, because it's just so crazy of a car. The lines of it, you have your windows in your door, and then you have lower windows inside the door itself. Just the car is just so weird in its design. It's functional, is what they say. They say it's functional. The design is completely functional, but I just think it just looks so crazy and different than anything else you see out there. That's probably what I would go for. Yeah, the Regera. The Regera is amazing. Direct drive, it's, you know, basically a torque converter that they designed themselves, mixed with hybrid drive that kind of like helps it along in its lower RPM range. An absolute engineering marvel, but I don't know. I think I would still go for the McLaren Senna personally. We may have... I actually think I gotta put that trim ring on first. Let's see what it says here. Oh, it actually comes apart, comes in half. There we go. Try and get this trim ring on. Keep getting it on only half at a time. Let's see. There we go. Okay. So you got to kind of push this down to get enough room to get that trim ring on the back. Okay. Now the next step is we're going to screw this in. Liberty Walk Huracan. Those are crazy. Carlos, yeah, I completely agree with you. You like the Huracan because you don't like hypercars that much, but supercars are dope. I love supercars too, but ultimate dream car, I have to go hyper. Because one day, and it's probably not going to be that long from now, that level of performance is just supercar. You know what I mean? They're getting so crazy with these cars nowadays that they're excelling so fast. It's absolutely insanity. I'm going to have to come around this side. Ah! I'm really surprised this camera here, I haven't bumped it at all. Before I was just breathing on it and the darn thing was facing the floor. The weird thing is with this monitor too, hopefully you guys could hear me. This monitor, when you take pictures of it or anything like that, when you try to show the scale of it, it looks a lot smaller. It always looks smaller in pictures or anything you're trying to do. It looks more smushed than it really is because it's the height of a 27-inch monitor. For sim racing, that's pretty ideal as far as monitor height. And it's just so wide that whenever you try to take pictures, panoramics, anything like that, it looks really, really tiny. But I hope you could see in this unboxing just how crazy this thing is. And again, thank you everyone for joining in this special crazy moment, and happy New Year's to all of you guys. This is gonna be it's gonna be a crazy year for us here. Hopefully it's gonna be really, really special for us. All right. So we do have everything on. I think we're pretty much ready to lift it out. Now, when I do so, let me make sure. I'm going to try to get the box down. I'm going to lift it out. I'm going to put it on the floor. And then we're going to bring these two little end tables together, and then I'll stand it up on that. So it'll just be just a moment. Let's, oh, dang. This thing is heavy. Oh, man. Oh. Wow. It's still surprising me how heavy that darn thing is. See if there's anything else in this box before we completely get rid of it. I don't think there is. I think they put everything on top on purpose. Yep, nothing else in there. Got this plastic piece. I still got to figure out what that's for. I'm almost certain it's wire management of some kind. This thing is crazy. Here, let me actually do this. Oh, that's not gonna work. Will it bounce? Oh no, this is too sketchy. Too sketchy. I don't know if this is going to be wide enough, to be honest with you. I don't really think it is. Oh, man. And here she is, everyone. I'm going to kind of put the stand a little bit on an angle so that way it's on. Here she is in the flesh. The 49-inch Samsung CH90 32x9 144 hertz monitor. This thing is heavy. It is really heavy. You want to make sure you have a sturdy desk and you have enough room. This thing sticks out really far. The legs are probably bigger than most other legs on any monitor. I think Linus said it was like something like 20 something inches. I don't know. I don't think it's quite that far. If I had to guess, I would say from back to front, maybe 15 inches that the monitor stand is from the furthest point back that you're going to need room for. But this thing is absolutely ginormous. You can see if I squat down here, this is my furthest reach. So my hands just stick out from either side. You can see I'm reaching out, but oh man. Oh, I got to get this thing plugged in. We need to get it going. You just realized you can watch my videos full screen now. It is actually FreeSync. It's not G-Sync, but we're running a 1080 Ti. So most of the time we're going to be probably getting close to maxing out that frame rate. So I'm not really too worried about that. Third gen Camaro LSX. That's a crazy engine. An R32 GTR. That's a lot of fun. Cool. All right. So, whew, here she is. I think we're going to stop for a moment, I think, and then I'm gonna start getting it plugged in and ready, and we might do just a quick stream of our first time use. So don't go anywhere because I need to change everything around. Cameras need to move and everything like that. Definitely stay tuned. Just give me a little bit. I'll definitely I'll put on the channel if you are subscribed what time we're going to be coming up, or I'll give you a little bit of a heads up, but we're going to try to do this pretty quick, really quick turnaround time. So just stay tuned. The video should be live in just a little bit. So everyone, thank you so much for joining in. This is probably one of the crazier products that we're getting in, and it's crazy that it's January 1st, New Year's Day. Happy New Year's to everyone, and we'll see you in just a few minutes. Stay tuned.